You ever ask yourself why both Moses and Jesus are in both the Old and New Testaments? The reason being the original Bible was known as the Book of the Testament, and it was not in the Old and New Testament format, for that was created in Europe in the 15th century when they made three Bibles within a 51-year span. First it was the Geneva Bible, then the Rhymes Bible, then the KJV version. So those were the ones who tried to put the future in the past. But it still couldn't hide the fact that both Moses and Jesus are in both their testaments. So let's read. And we all know, woe unto those that add or take away from the word. So woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And who is the king of Syria? The king of Asia is Seleucus. And what is he? He's part of the Greek kingdom. How we know? From the first book of Maccabees. Alexander the Macedonian was first over Greece, and he made many wars. He fell sick, he died, he called his servants, and parted his kingdom among them. So who's part of his kingdom? We already know that is Asia. Also, his servants bear rule, one in his place. They all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, a hostage of Rome, which is part of the kingdom of the Greeks. And in those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. So they forsook the holy covenant. And then they entered into Egypt. So Egypt, Greece, Rome, Jerusalem are part of the heathens, along with Asia. And what did they do? To the end they might forget the Lord and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. In other words, the king did not want you to follow God. Wheresoever was found any with the book of the testament, the king commandment was to put him to death. Notice it's not the book of the testament. It was called the book of the testament. So within the book of the testament, you will know that Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments to hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And he learned that from Moses, from the book of Moses, saying, I am the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. He is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Why? Because God is ever living. Therefore, he is Abraham, he is Isaac, and he is Jacob. That's why Jacob was considered the firstborn, just like David. So what does it say? Jesus, the son of Joseph, the son of Heli. So Heli is just another name for God. So, or Israel, because Joseph is a favored son of Israel, and Joseph is the father of Jesus. So notice it's found in the book of Luke. So as you can clearly see, Jesus, the son of Joseph, is in the book of Luke. And who also is in the book of Luke with Jesus? Jesus, Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for thee, one for Moses, and one for Elias. In another Bible, it will say Elijah or Elijah. Not knowing what he said, while thus he spoke, there came a cloud and overshadowed them, and they feared as they entered into the cloud. And there came a voice out of the cloud saying, this is my beloved son, hear him. And when the voice was past, Jesus was found alone. In other words, Elias and Moses are angels, and they were in the cloud, while Jesus was left alone. So when the voice was past, Jesus was found alone, and they kept it close and told no man in those days any of the things which they have seen, because they basically saw 2 angels go up into the cloud. Don't forget, Christ is considered the angel of the Lord, and Moses is the one who God gave the commandments to. He didn't give it to Jesus, even though they are together at the same time. So what does it say? Ethiopia has the oldest, most complete Bible on earth, and is written over 800 years before the King James Version. Ethiopia has the earliest surviving Christian manuscript. So why would these people go to the heathens to get the answers? So the heathens was the one who created the Old and New Testament format. So they had to make up a lie and say it took them 400 years between Malachi and blah, blah.
For 400 years between the Old and New Testaments, it seemed as though God had gone silent. No new prophets, no new scriptures, just a silence that...
Remember, this is according to the heathens, because we just saw who the heathens were. Asia, along with Greece, Jerusalem, Rome, and Egypt.
Echoed. But what if that apparent silence was actually part of a divine strategy? While most people see these 400 years as a gap in biblical history, what I'm about to share will transform your understanding completely. This isn't just another historical analysis. It's a revelation of how God orchestrates events, even in apparent silence. What happened during this period would lay the groundwork for the greatest event in human. To uncover these insights, I've spent 5 years studying ancient texts, examining historical records from the Persian, Greek, and Roman empires.
The heathens. So that's what's been happening in the world. Everybody's giving reference to what the heathens said. They don't go to Ethiopia to find the answers.
First verse, it says, this is the genealogy of Jesus Christ, the son of Abraham, the son of David. Ask him. Is that what it says? Jesus is the son of Abraham, he's the son of David. Then
We are all sons and daughters of the Most High, and Abraham is one of God's many names. So of course Jesus is the son of God, just like I am the son of God. But he's not Christ, for Christ is the favored son of Israel, who goes by the name of David, who goes by the name of Joseph. That's why Jesus is called the son of Joseph, the son of David. And we are all sons of Abraham. For it's written that Abraham was without stain, and he did what the Most High did in his own flesh. While Jacob, who is the father of Joseph, is considered the firstborn. In other words, he is God also. Therefore, the Trinity is God himself as himself. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob.
in the Gospel of St. Luke, in the other genealogy, he is the son of Joseph. Joseph the carpenter is his father.
Right? So Joseph is the son of Jacob. Jacob is Israel. And the favorite son of Israel is Joseph. So Joseph is the one who's born on Ethiopian Christmas Day. Joseph also goes by the name of Moses. We know this because Joseph is the brother of Levi. And Aaron is the brother of Moses. And if you look up the genealogy, Aaron is the first Levite. In other words, Aaron also goes by the name of Levi. Therefore, Moses also goes by the name of Joseph. And they're the one who's born on Ethiopian Christmas Day.
Then in the book of Mark, he is the son of God. Wait. He is the son of Abraham, means Abraham is his father. He is the son of David, David is his father. He is the son of Joseph, Joseph is his father.
Because Joseph is David. God has many names, just like Christ, his son, has many names. You have more than one name too. So let's see what's happening here.
There has been no corrections or no errors. Why would they make an Old Testament versus a New Testament?
Everything before Jesus is the Old Testament. Everything from Jesus onward is the New Testament. It's not a revision. It's not like one's the updated version of the other. No, it's just two different sections.
Well, that's what I've been told.
I don't think you've read much of the Bible yourself.
As we see, the original Bible is called the Book of the Testament. It was just one big book.
And that's what you owe it to yourself, to actually read it, to see what it says.
Oh, okay, so the Bible wasn't written in English.
No.
So what was
It was written in Ge'ez first, and then the heathens made their own translation. They even tried to say that they wrote the Bible before Ethiopia. So why would heathens write in their Bible, woe unto them? You get it?
the Bible written there? And how did it get translated?
So you got Hebrew is for the first part of the Bible, and
Jerusalem, right? So he's giving credit to Jerusalem, which we already read is part of the heathen Greek nation.
Koine Greek is in the second half, Old Testament, New Testament. It speaks.
So you give Old Testament to Jerusalem and the New Testament to Greece. But let's see. Joshua served as Moses' attendant. Joshua gave service to Moses since his youth. Why? Because Joshua is Jesus. Jesus derived from Hebrew, name is Yeshua. In English is Joshua. Jesus is Jeshua, Joshua, Yeshua, Yahushua. In other words, Jesus is together with Moses now. So let's read. Jesus, the son of Nav, the successor of Moses, according to his name, was made great for the saving of the elect of God, the Holy One of Israel. So he fought in the sight of the Lord, and he followed the Mighty One, also known as the Holy One of Israel, in the time of Moses, also did a work of mercy. In other words, Jesus is here now within these times, and he will have sons. So of the sons of Jesus, the son of Josedek, during the time of Moses, right? So Jesus is here when God gave the law to Esdras, who also goes by the name of Moses. So Esdras the priest bring the law of Moses that was given of the Lord God of Israel in the first day of the 7th month. And who will you find there? Jesus. So all the people answered, lifting up their hands, they fell to the ground and worshiped the Lord. Also Jesus. So Jesus is there worshiping the Lord. Why? Because Jesus goes by the name of Joshua. Follow God, not man. They're crazy, man.
Highly almighty, highly empire. Trying to catch you, but the complete water. It's a pretty, with the African, they do the world out.